Let's grumble. In this video, we're going to go over remote touch stick targeting. Now, this is part 3 of a 3-part series, and I'm here with my buddy Tim again. He's going to help us out. Now, if you don't already have a cue of being able to get your puppy to touch your hand on cue like this, touch, you shouldn't be practicing this exercise. You should be backing up and going to either touch hand targeting or the touch stick that we did in part 2. Now, in this one, we're going to use a little bit of free shaping and just a little disclaimer of why we're doing this. Now, the touch stick allows me to extend the reach of my arm, so I'm getting the puppy to touch from a distance. Yes, and I'm going to be using marker words and probably a cue at the same time, or not the same time, but each repetition. So when you're doing this, there's nothing wrong with backing up to a previous stage. If your puppy has difficulty with this one, and you might want to actually warm up a little bit by doing a little bit of yes. You're going to get a 2. Yes. And if your puppy's going for your hands, that means you probably need to practice looking for the treats. You probably need to practice the previous exercise. And just like I mentioned in the last video, if your puppy is trying to glob on, bite this, you can hold it in your palm like this. Touch, touch. So we get them warmed up. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it down here, and we're going to do a little bit of free shaping, and I'm going to be using a clicker for this one. So what I'm going to do is click anytime that Tim, there we go. Now Tim, I'll tell you, we already did this exercise once, and it was in slow-mo, so we're refilming it. So Tim is a little bit more advanced than where we like, but well, just for demonstration purposes, we like your puppies advancing. But what we want to do at first is, if the puppy just looks at the stick, you're going to click and then give them a treat. So at first, they're not going to, now if you practice this enough, they should be pretty interested in going to the stick and should be attracting their attention. So what I'm going to do is just wait. He looked at it and I click. And eventually you want him to take a step towards it and click. But don't wait too long, because then you're going to get the dog jumping on it and trying to bite it like Tim is. Thank you, Tim. I didn't want that demo, though. All right. So now the touch stick, you can actually order those online with different bases. This is just a homemade one. So let's go ahead. So as soon as he touches it with his, well, for shaping, let me pick this up because Tim's already on the next stage. So basically all you're going to do is as soon as he looks at it, you're going to click and then to mark that I like that look and then give him a treat. And you're going to repeat that until he's starting to lean towards it a little bit. And you click for the lean. We're going to start gradually asking for more and more criteria as he gets more practice at this exercise. Eventually, we want him to eventually touch his nose to the tip of the yellow ball here. Once we get to that stage, then we're ready to start moving this around. Now, just like any other training for puppies, you want to practice this in different rooms, in different postures, facing in different directions, and with different people. Dogs and puppies don't generalize well. You need a lot of variety in your practice. I'd like your practice sessions to be no more than 3 minutes. Yes, and always end on a good one. The last repetition they do on the exercise is the brightest memory they're going to have, and that's what they're going to decide whether or not they like the exercise or not the next time you want to do this. Now, I'm going to invite Anna to come over. We're going to show you how you can start using this for a remote. And the reason we use this as a remote is we want to be able to have the puppy go away from me. Usually when I'm the handler or the guardian, the puppy's coming to me to get the treat or to interact with me. The touch stick, and Anna's going to go ahead and come on over here, is going to allow me to have the dog go to different places. Now, if he goes to Anna, Anna's not going to offer a lot of pets and interactions during this because we want him to interact with this stick. So she's just going to basically not correct him or anything like that. She just wants to become boring. Now, when I'm first doing this, I'm going to do it right here. And I'm going to be the one giving the treats. But eventually, we're going to incorporate Anna. So there you go. And now I'm going to move it a little bit. And there we go. So that's why Anna doesn't want to move, because if she moves, he just thinks, well, she's here to pet me and give me some attention. Yes. Now I can move it a little bit more. And what I'm doing is I'm helping him practice going to it and then walking away from it. So we're moving a little bit further away. And so we're incorporating some distance, and he's happy to do it. Now, I'm doing this really quickly. This is something that you're probably going to have to practice multiple sessions to. You might have a session or two where all he's doing is just looking at it, and you're clicking for looks, and he's not even making contact. That's okay. He might also regress. He might go from looking at it and then touching it, and the next time you do it, he won't even touch it. Then go back to rewarding him for just the looks. All right, so now I've been the one giving him the treats, but now we're going to change it up, and we're going to have Anna start giving the treats. So I'm going to put him down. And he's going to Anna. Now, it's unusual for dogs because usually the click is the person who's going to be delivering the treats. So this is a great exercise, kind of like hand targeting, because it teaches them you don't always have to go where the treats are. You should go where you're directed to go, and we'll get the treats to you in some shape or fashion. Now, I want to incorporate some distance. So what I'm going to do now, Tim, sort of treat there. Beautiful. Now, when we were doing this before, Anna was actually having to pantomime, and I'm going to just show you that just so we can have it on film. So Anna, up. So then we'll do it when Tim's away this time. Timmy, there we go. So now she's going to tell him where to go. Usually you want it for shaping, you just want him to kind of figure it out and go in slow stages. But if you need to, you can pantomime a little bit. But again, if you're practicing this the hand targeting first, then touch stick targeting, then this one, they should be pretty comfortable with the touch stick if you're practicing properly and having a lot of success and ending on successes. And then he's just going to keep doing what he's doing right there. And then again, incorporate some distance and do this, do maybe 5 of them in this room and then go to the next room. See how he bypassed it? So now I'm asking for more criteria. And again, you're going to gradually ask for more criteria. That was a sloppy click on my part. So when you're doing this, watch. Because if he touches his nose and you don't click, he's going to get a little confused, especially first when he's figuring this out. So it's really, really important that you're paying attention. You're clicking just for those touches or whatever the stage is that you're at. I mean, we're going to do one more for remote. Well, this is my buddy Tim. This is our trainer Anna. And this is how you can teach your puppy to do the remote touch stick targeting. Quest, you are a goofball.